Good morning, champions, or good evening, or good afternoon, or happy lunchtime. It's time to paint a giant ball of people that I've done a really, really bad job of gap filling. No, but really. I'm not really sure how to approach this giant ball of people. This is the second last monster I have left, by the way, in the Gambler's Chest expansion. The final remaining one is the God Hand. I feel like we might be best doing a little bit of white right now. Be quiet, machine. Hope you've all had an amazing week. My week has been pretty good. I went to beautiful Tasmania for work. And on my flight down, I got to watch the first 3 episodes of The Wheel of Time, which was awesome. And while I was down there, I started Ahsoka, but I didn't finish it. I didn't even finish the first episode. Oh no, I've broken me paintbrush. Broken me makeup paintbrush. I have to glue this bad boy in. Now you may be wondering what I'm doing and why I'm doing this, given that I airbrushed white over the top. Well, sometimes you just need a little bit more intensity of white. Stand by. Hand dryer. Where are you? All right. This is going to be, hello there Emily, this is going to be a very, very interesting experience. Doo-doo-doo. Yes, this is going to be an interesting process. Hello, Xtab. Haven't seen you in a while, friend. Hope you're doing well. Hello, front burner. Well, I hope it will when I'm finished. This is definitely the final Kingdom Death level. Actually, I don't even know if that's true, because some of the stuff that's coming out in the next wave is just absolutely crazy. So, front burner. This is a model from the game Kingdom Death, and this is called the Gambler. Maybe some of this mixed in with some of this. Turn you off for the moment. Front burner, it's a miniature from a game called Kingdom Death Monster, and the actual figure itself is called the Gambler. Crystal Brush Asia, how do I feel about that? That's an interesting question, mate. First of all, it's being hosted by Cool Mini or Not, and it appears that the event itself is only able to use Cool Mini or Not figures. Now, personally, hey Top, personally I don't really mind that that's the case. It's their competition. They can enforce the rules however they want. They can make up whatever rules they want. Someone commented that it was a bit funny that they were advertising the event using none of their figures, and my counterpoint to that as well, no, but they were using all previous winners of the Crystal Brush, so from that perspective I think it's fine. Yeah, I mean it's not a bad thing to have a competition of any type. I don't think it's going to get the level of interest that maybe they were hoping because of that rule, but who knows? So someone tossed up a really cool idea for this this model, which I'm still considering, and that's trying to have it glow from the inside, like an internal glow. I don't know, I think that could be a cool thing to do. I'm not sure what their prize pool plan is. Absolutely part of what made the original Crystal Brush a really popular event was that prize pool that attracted the Europeans. Hey, K-Sauce. So I'm not sure. It's unlikely that I will attend it, but I very much hope that it is a success, because more events, and particularly more events in Asia, I think is a very good thing. I think it's Malaysia or Singapore, mate. I haven't really looked into it too closely. Oh yeah, man, the gap filling on this took me forever, and even then, it's still a shit job. And it's a bit annoying because I made a point on my Kingdom Death collection. I'm gonna have to do a new video soon, by the way, where I was really trying to make sure they were the best in terms of the modeling, my modeling capability. So there's very few gaps on most of my other ones, and my old lines got cleaned, and I got to this one, I'm just like, man, this is like a 25-hour gap filling if I was to do it properly. So that's not happening. Yes. Well, I don't know if you have started assembling this yet, but I don't know if Spruga is going to change your life on this fucking model. Japers. You got your set this week, didn't you, mate? It's exciting. Oh yeah, COVID. That's right, I saw you had COVID. Unlucky, son. Good to know it's still out and about, just kicking everyone's ass. I absolutely believe you on that front, mate. Absolutely. Well, this is the second to last figure that I have to paint for the Gambler's Chest. I've done all of the other monsters. Bit of peanut butter. Except for the God Hand himself, which is the final villain, who I believe you only face once. And this champion. That's it. have a scout to paint as well, and then I'm going to paint a model for the competition, the Gambler's Chest painting competition. G'day, Frost. Now, if you are wondering why I'm painting a competition, a model for a competition that I'm judging, well, I'll answer that for you, friends. We felt like it would be fun this year, yeah, for the judges to have a competition that is judged by all of the participants. So all of the judges will paint a narrative sculpt just like everyone else, and you will get to judge. You can be as ruthless as you want. You can say, Deno, you're an absolute spud, needed to paint it for longer, stop being such a joker, etc, etc. You get to cut us to ribbons. I hope you all enjoy that. And if you don't pick me, well, you're fucked. No, we will do all of our judging prior to everyone else. So you can be as ruthless as you want and know that it will have no impact on your results. Do we use any formalized judging criteria? No, we don't. But there is a pretty accepted sort of criteria for what makes a good miniature, sort of, I guess. Alright, so I'm going to try and remember that this has a front, and I marked the front so I would know which way the front is, and I'm going to try my god, this is going to take a fucking mountain of time. No, I don't want that. I think I need purple and magenta. Yeah, it's a good question actually. There is no formalized criteria for what we're going to be looking for and what things will mark you down. But in terms of painting a miniature, you know, the basic things that we look for are values, clean paint jobs, interesting colours, etc. Yeah, good photo. You know, but the term good photo is probably not fair. What you need is a legible photo, a photo that actually you can look at and understand what you're looking at. Hey fan, you're in real trouble, mate. I'm already in pain and I've barely touched it with a brush. So, yay. Well, mate, the golden potato became a bit of a running gag for everyone, but I'm just going to do exactly what I did last time, mate, which is make some fun comments and hopefully have some interesting contributions at the same time. Yeah, I did. Atlas took me about 5 hours, which was a long time. Happy with how he came out though. Croc was pretty quick actually. Used a lot of fun tricks on the Croc, but yeah, this is going to be a long time. But I'm not going to rush because I really have enjoyed the fact that my paint jobs on Kingdom Death are some of my best paint jobs that I've put together on a collection. The standard across the board is very high. And the next stuff to come out, Wave 4, Campaigns of Death, etc., has some of my models I'm most enthusiastic about painting. The Honeybee looks amazing. Frog Dog's shit house, by the way. Hello, Minimancer. Which figure from Kingdom Death has been my favourite to paint? Or of the new models? Good question. I really enjoyed the Bone Eaters. They were a lot of fun, but I like painting a human figure. The Croc was fun. I had a bit of fun with the Croc. The original. The Manhunter was a really nice model to paint. Dung Beetle Knight, maybe. Alright, I was thinking I was going to do a quick paint job with the airbrush, but genuinely, this is going to be a long paint job. So let's strap in. Let's embrace it. Let's embrace the chaos that is this model. It's painting skin tones. Skin tones are fun. Yeah, Bo Hun. He was an awesome painter, that guy. Back in the early days of Games Workshop stuff, he was just doing crazy shit. We have to name every survivor, apparently. That could be fun. Speaking of Bucks and the crew, we've got Party Monday back tomorrow night, friends. My touch football team has commenced playing on a Wednesday night again. Yeah, I'm excited. Thanks, Fen. I appreciate all the support on the videos, champion, and looking forward to your continued dive in on the Patreon, mate. I look forward to hearing about it. We've really got to decide if I'm going to do this level of paint job on the back of the ball as well. Only exists in your mind. Ooh, first major mold line. So if you haven't been watching Wheel of Time, you have no interest in Wheel of Time, that's okay. I like you anyway. The second season on Amazon has just dropped the first 3 episodes. So far, I feel like the second season is a really, really strong season and improved over the first season. Really, really. And I think the 4th one just came out yesterday. I haven't watched it yet. Betroides, I'm talking about the Wheel of Time on Amazon Prime. You recommend it, Top? Yeah, look, I think the first season was very, 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 very much a preliminary. Let's set the scene for a lot of stuff, but so far the second season's really started strong. I'm not sure if it's going to continue and finish, but it's been, in my opinion, it's been better than the first season. I enjoyed the first season, but yeah, second season has been an improvement in my books. Okay. I'll have to check it out, Top. It's on Apple TV, isn't it? Yeah, okay. Cool. Wheel of Time or Foundation? X tab. Yeah. So, yeah, many of you probably don't know this, but I have Wheel of Time tattoo on my chest. I read the first book when I was like in grade 3, and then I reread the series pretty much every year when a new book came out. And when the final book in the series came out, I took the day off work, read it, and cried like a little baby. So I say that because obviously I have a lot of enthusiasm for the source material. The TV show is very much not. I got the tattoo in the 3rd grade. Yeah, the tattoo artist was like, "You sure you want to do this, champion?" And I said, "Yes, mate. Just fucking get it on there." Actually, it was the first tattoo that I got, and I just turned 18, so. The book series is pretty amazing. However, it's also extremely long, excessively so, and it really goes off the rails a little bit in a middle portion. Which is okay because he brings it back. The show doesn't follow the books closely, and that's absolutely okay. Now, a lot of people are upset about that. I am not one of those people. I acknowledge the absolute futility of attempting to make a TV show based on a book series that is 15 books long. 15 books. That is just unnecessary. Yeah. Yeah, it is an excessive amount of details and excessive amount of world building. Some people absolutely love it, right? And it's fair to say I enjoy it, but the stuff that really rustles my jimmies about the show is not, about the book series is not the details. It's the characters and the overall story arcs. Yeah, everyone's entitled to feel how they want to feel about the show. It's okay. Um, I think it's just a privilege that we get a show based on a book series that has so much meaning in my life. I don't really mind if it doesn't follow the exact storyline. Um, but yeah, a lot of people don't like the show. A lot of people do. It's okay. Uh, here's a counter perspective for you, mate. That maybe will give you a different attitude towards it. It's great to be able to watch the show and not know what's coming, because Game of Thrones, as good as it was, I did not really enjoy the show really until season 5 and 6 because I didn't know it was coming. The first like 4 seasons was just like, oh, Red Wedding, is it? Cool. Wonder what's going to happen there. Wonder why the Rains of Castamere is playing right now. And now the rains weep o'er the halls, and not a soul to hear. No, because I think it's just a retelling. Yeah, just think of it as another turning of the wheel, mate. There you go. But yeah, mate, I'm not going to sit here and tell you you have to watch it and you're wrong. If you don't like it, you don't like it. That's cool. Yeah. Hey, really good observation, Mini Mancer. It's cool. Like there was a moment that happened in um, the latest episode that I watched, which was episode 3, that is completely different to what happens to the books. A specific character gets the chop, and that specific character in the books is around all the way to the end. When they died, I was like, didn't see that coming. Hmm. Yeah, look, Game of Thrones. I think I've said this on stream before. I don't know if we appreciated just how good Game of Thrones was. I mean, clearly we did, but when you go back and watch that show, fuck me, it was awesome. Like seasons 1 to 5 of that show were just incredible, really incredible. Mate, it's so true. It's so true. Like, it deserved better. I don't put too much blame on them. Um, I think the show was also a victim of its own success. Like, if you look at the actors, they went from earning fucking $100,000 of an episode to uh, $1 million per episode. There was no way they could have afforded it, mate. HBO might have wanted more seasons, but they wouldn't want to pay what the cost was. It wasn't the showrunners that made the decision to cut it down to 7 episodes in the last season. What's your vibe on Ahsoka so far, Top? Is it good? I started the first episode, and that was on my flight back from Taz, and my issue with it was that it felt very much like a let's show off all these cool characters in Rebels or whatever the fuck show it is. I don't even know what fucking show it is, because there was this character introduced called Sabine Wren. I didn't know anything about her, but it just seemed like very much of a nod of, yes, here she is. I was like, I don't know who this is. Okay. Yeah, here's the thing. I have no strong feelings about Ahsoka as a character whatsoever. So I'm just looking for something interesting, and it was fine so far. Right. And what's the timeline? What's the timeline of her? Is am I going to see like Anakin Skywalker appear? I haven't watched any of it, but isn't Anakin her master or something? I don't care if you spoil it. I'm not that invested in the Star Wars characters. Cool. So the timeline of events must be before the prequels. Is that right? There is so many little people on this ball. Embrace it. Embrace the people, Deno. Embrace it. Anyone played the campaign yet can tell me when this guy actually turns up in the fight? When's the first time you fight him? What Lantern year? How close am I? I'm just about to start Lantern year 10 in my campaign. Is the king 21? Wow. Interesting. I'm not sure. The first time I play through anything in this game, I go in absolutely blind. I now have the Reigns of Castamere stuck in my head. And now the rains weep o'er the hall, and not so to hear. That is Surge from System of a Down in that version that you're talking about. And it is awesome. Ah, well. Surge is awesome. and that version that he sings is my favourite version. Well, I know in Lantern Year 12 or 11, actually it might even be 11. There's there's a thing called the game, and the Dreamism philosophy, which is the gambler's core philosophy, has thank you. I'm going to look forward to watching that later on Minimancer. Has a very, very interesting knowledge, which is when you have completed the game and you go on a showdown. So I feel like there may be an opportunity to fight him earlier, but I don't know. I don't need a fancy car to get to you. I'd walk 1,000 miles, but my love is all I have to give. Without you, I don't think I can live. Yeah, it's been awesome. Like really, really cool, the Dreamkeeper campaign. But I played 8, 9 campaigns of Kingdom Death, just the original, and it's also a wonderful game and a lovely experience. So I was musing when I was down in, hey Bucks, Party Monday's back, buddy. Tomorrow night, I'm back. I was musing over what I'm going to do in my next campaign. I'll probably play another People of the Dreamkeeper, but my next campaign that I play that is not a People of the Dreamkeeper, am I going to use Ark Survivors? Which of the modular elements am I going to include in my campaign? I do miss you, buddy. Feel like we haven't spoken in a while. My new job is certainly creating some impact on my ability to paint all the time, but that's okay. I'm looking at the positives. I get to see my friend Whaley more regularly, and that's been lovely. Yeah, I did a couple of playthroughs against the White Lion. It's a very, very cool game. I mean, I'm these days mostly a board gamer as opposed to a war gamer. I played a fair bit at Marvel Crisis Protocol over the last year, which has been fun, and I'm looking forward to attending another tournament soon. But most of my time I spend playing board games, so Kingdom Death is basically the pinnacle of board games, I think. The pinnacle of what they can be. Hello, Sleepy Slang. How are you, champion? I'm always good, mate. I have a wonderful life, and I'm extremely good looking, so my life's great. At some point, I may put this down and pick up the other part of this piece, just so that I can have a break from painting 500 naked people, yes. We shall see. The areas that I've done are going to look really good. The areas that I've done are going to look really good. I can tell that already. The question is, can I be asked to do the entirety of the figure? Well, I don't know the answer to that question yet, but we're going to see. I agree, it will be worth it in the end. I'm glad that he doesn't show up for a little bit longer, because it means I can keep playing. I can't film a showdown without with an unpainted figure. That's just a tragedy. That's just criminal behaviour. So we've got to finish this. Model. That's true. That is very true. They are all asleep. There is actually one guy who's awake. Where's the awake guy? I think he's at the back. At the back down the bottom. Where are you, awake guy? There he is, look. I'm awake. Hello, Kung Fu. How are you, mate? It is indeed Kingdom Death. It is indeed. This is a really good exercise in two things: patience, obviously, but it's also a really good exercise in volumes and understanding volumes, because I mean the human form is one that we regularly paint, um, but what we're dealing with here is many human forms that are posed differently, that we want to have a consistent lighting with. So we're actually, we're getting a lot of good learnings from painting this. No, he's not holding it by the awake guy. No. My brush is pretty much cooked though. It sure is, mate. Yeah, it came in the last month or so. Really exciting. Really exciting to have some new content from this game, which I love. I reckon this is going to take me through to the end of the year, which will bring about another expansion content for a game that I love rocking up, which is Aeon Trespass. Aeon Trespass Odyssey. Cycles 4 and 5 should rock up towards the end of the year, so it's a wonderful time to be me, friends. Lots of great Toysology content. Yeah, if Frog Dog and Black Knight turn up this year, I'll be absolutely chuffed. I mean, I have to buy them. I didn't purchase Expansions of Death, but I probably will do so in the next Black Friday sale. We'll see. Was it worth the wait? Look, you got to keep in mind that the wait for me was not as long as everyone else. I only picked up this game and started playing this game in 2020. And so for me, it's only been, a normal amount of a Kickstarter wait for me. Not at all unbearable amount of time. Some people purchased this game in 2016 and have been waiting for that period of time. So the answer to the question, was it worth the wait for me? Absolutely. Was it worth the wait for other people? I can't answer that question for those people, because the wait was significantly longer for them. But the quality of the content has been pretty much universally agreed to be extremely high. I haven't seen too many people that have received their copy and played the game and said, I don't like it. It's not as good as I wanted it to be. Pretty much everyone has gone, you know what? This is pretty fucking awesome. gotta fix that. You can see here the downside of using a wash in the way that I used a wash. We got very dirty skin tones, muddy looking. So we need to fix that. It is good. It is good that that people have been enjoying it. Yes. Good. Maybe we can use that as an explanation for why it's so dirty. No, we're getting there. We're getting there. Painting this is an absolute exercise in patience. But it's going to be worth it, I think. Yeah, Sleepy Slang would have been done by now. Guy's a weapon. Yeah. I challenge anyone to paint this model to a high standard quickly. Do I know what it is? What this is? Well, in the very first fight of the new campaign, which is called the People of the Dreamkeeper, assuming you are successful and defeat the Crimson Crocodile, you walk around until you find a silent guardian holding aloft many dream sleeping survivors. So you actually find out in the very first mission that this guy is your guardian, your silent protector, and his name is the Gambler. I call him Gambler. So, yeah, he's like the... If you're familiar with the original Kingdom Death, he's like the Watcher who protects your settlement from all of the ravaging monsters out in the world. You, of course, later find out that the Watcher is just fattening you up to eat you. Because he's a chump. Yes, so I expect the same will find with this guy, that he'll turn around and be like, haha, I was just keeping you safe so that I could eat you at the right time. He's like Dumbledore, basically. Uh, no, well, I'm trying to vary the skin tones that I use. Like I'm mixing skin tones a lot, so there'll be some different colours. Will I incorporate some darker skin tones? I think so, but I just want to get the majority of the ball semi finished because it's just a lot of dudes and dudettes. Someday we'll find it, the rainbow connection, the lovers, the dreamers, and me. La 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 la. I did speak about Wheel of Time a little bit earlier, mate. I've watched the first three. Very excited for the season. I feel like it's outstanding. Ahsoka, I've watched the first half of episode 1, and it was fine. I'll keep watching it. I was on a plane, so I was a bit distracted. I was talking about this to someone not long ago. I went through a period just before COVID where I was really, really scared about air travel, like genuinely fearful of getting onto a plane. And it was compounded. I still did. I still did get on a plane, but it was compounded at this moment in time when I went on an international trip, 2019, and I got back from the international trip and I was like, wow, I don't think I can get on a plane again for a while. And then for work, I had to go down to Melbourne for an interview, and I flew down, and it was one of the worst flights I've had. There was just turbulence and everything all over. It's about a 3-hour flight, and I had to fly back the same day. So I flew down to Melbourne for an interview, and then flew back that night. So that was stressful. And then I found out I was successful in my application for the job, which then meant that I had to travel to Adelaide the following week. And the Adelaide flight was worse than the Melbourne flight. And I was sitting on the plane on the way back, and I was white knuckling it. I thought I was going to fucking like lose the plot. I was so stressed. Yeah, I didn't know how I was going to handle the flight. It's about 2.5 hours from Adelaide to Brisbane. And I just remember feeling like terrible. So anyway, I got home, and this is of course Feb 2020. A few short weeks later. Hey Bruscolo, thanks mate. Yeah, a few short weeks later, COVID hits Australia in a big way, and all of a sudden, air travel is no longer a problem. And so I had basically, 2 years of not getting on a plane, and I then got on a flight, 2022, started 2022, and it was fine. Oh yeah, 6-7 for me, mate. So it is not fun, being on a plane sometimes, but yeah, that's it. Not that bad. So yeah, so since then, I've been okay. I wouldn't say I've been like enthusiastic about jumping on a plane, but it hasn't been anywhere near that level of concern, frustration. And so yeah, I recently accepted a job, took on a job which would be travelling every 6 weeks to Tasmania. And so I've been down there twice now, 3-hour flight. It's been good. But it was a really weird period of my life, because prior to that experience, I was travelling internationally multiple times a year, and going all over the world, and I would never have said that I had any issues with air travel. And then all of a sudden it just hit me, and I was horrified. And I was trying to figure out why. Thank you, mate. I was trying to figure out why it just came up. And I think I boiled it down to, I just recently hit 40. When I was going through this, I was sort of late 30s. I feel like it might have been a sense of mortality actually creeping in, where I was like, you know what? I could die on this flight. I don't want to die. I've got so much left I still want to do. So many models I want to paint. So many cool TV shows to watch. That sort of thing. And maybe that was what was driving the concern for air travel. Yeah, exactly. I paid for the gambler's chest and it hasn't turned up. What am I going to do? Can't die. Yeah, I couldn't tell you. Like at the time, it was just air travel, and there was even a weird period where I was worried about getting in an elevator. It's like this is something that could kill me. I'm not sure I want to do this. I did do it. I did get in the elevator. See you, Sammy. But yep, it was an interesting period in my life. So yeah, to now be traveling regularly and not really concerned about it, it's a nice feeling. I still don't love turbulence, mind you. When I have a turbulent flight, I tend to sit there and not feel fantastic about it. It's not far enough, mate. It's 3 hours. I wouldn't. I have not even asked. Don't want to go business class for that. It's surprising. I've gotten used to sitting in a very small and uncomfortable seat. And I feel like if I didn't have to do that for an extended period of time, and then all of a sudden I had to again, I would find it really difficult. Wow. Landing 5 times, yeah, I don't know if I could handle that. Well, and the other part of it that I'm sure contributes, right, is the lack of control. Like, you just have absolutely no control over the situation. It's like, cool, some other guy is now responsible for my life, or girl. I tell you what, we are starting to make some really good headway here. It's actually starting to feel, yeah, exactly. And the thing is, you can tell yourself in your head, statistically, it's the safest form of travel. Statistically, it's fine. No one's died from an airplane in years. Statistically. You know what I mean? Yeah. But anyway, I digress. I'm not sure why I got onto that. Yeah. Yeah, pilots are pretty cool people, actually. To be able to do what they do. Therapy Sunday. My yeah, the thing I think about pilots, right? I'm sitting there at my work and I'm like, some days I'm just having a fucking shit day, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. I don't need this shit. And I just do a fucking terrible job. And then you think to yourself, wow, what if my pilot had a day like that? Doctors are the same. People that actually have a real crack and do their best. Good on them. It's funny old world, friends. Funny old world. If I do die in a plane crash, I want you all to know that I like you very much. And to remember me by painting lots of models and being kind to other people. That's all I ask. And while you're at it, also be kind to yourselves. Let's make it easier. Yeah, good call. Ted Lasso. Thanks, Ted. Well, it's over for the moment. Let's see if it remains that way. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day. Spread my wings and fly away. I believe I can soar. See me running through that open door. I believe I can fly. That's weird. It is a nice colour. I've got to get the new sets. Okay, so I feel like we have reached a point now where things will actually start to look okay. Gotta remember the front, don't I? Okay. Yep, we're starting to look alright. Cool. Great man, Swinton. Wow. This has been 2 hours of me painting a little ball of people. Has it been worthwhile? I think so. I think so. It's starting to look good now. My signature set would be Volupus Pink, Peanut Butter, Pistachio, Probably Sonny Singleton, yeah. Well done. He's a big boy, that Dragon King. Took me a long time to paint him. Red Oxide, the Lan ones, Violet, Magenta, and the Red, Warm Yellow, Cold Yellow, Samurai Green. Probably it. Probably the only ones I really use. Yeah, I think Chimera and AK are actually really similar in terms of their properties. So if you're comfortable with AK, you shouldn't have too many difficulties switching to Chimera, or utilizing Chimera, I should say. Don't need to switch. Alright, let's see what it's going to look like when I do some white highlights. White, you say? Yes. This whole time I've just been sitting here going, is this actually going to be worthwhile in the end? It is. It is. I feel like I might put this dude on the gambler so that I can see how it looks from the angle that it's actually on. This needs to move back. You're too close. You're too close. Zoom out. Get some more light. Yeah, he's like, hey guys, I'll protect you. Sure, champion. Yeah. These guys are just sleeping. I'm protecting them. Yeah, he's just looking after them. They're just sleeping. They are actually sleeping. This is called the Dreamkeeper, campaign of the Dreamkeeper, so he is protecting their dreams. He's a good bloke. The gambler. I feel like this was a good move, putting him on the ball, or putting the ball on him. Just allows me to understand a little bit about where the light actually should be stopping. Yeah. Alright, let's ask some questions about the dude carrying them. What colour should we make his robes? I would think that the obvious choice would be just black. No, I don't think so. I think just black for the robes. Purple could work, yes. You can always do purple. Dark blue with stars. That's not a bad idea. In fact, let's lock that in. Maybe not the stars, maybe. Could just do stars using the old airbrush spattering. That would look pretty cool. Yeah. It's getting late. Don't give you up. You're dangerous. When the taste of your lips, I'm all around. Toxic, looking under. Hey, Jared. Taste of the poison that I'm addicted to you. But you know that you're toxic. It is definitely an interesting model, yes. Kingdom Death, mate. It is a wild ride. Yeah, I think that's the intent. So from that perspective, they succeed very, very often. Yeah, he's a friendly guy. Ignore the fact that you have to fight him at some point. I don't know why. Indeed, mate. Yes. So I'll be putting together a little post very shortly. I was actually just thinking about that then. Um, about time we release the rules pack out into the world, I think. I think we might need to take a break soon, friends. This is an exhausting model. Both holding it, looking at it, painting it. I'm going to start trying to really focus on this front angle. Make sure that it is interesting to look at. Well, mate, the answer to that question is I actually don't know yet. I haven't encountered him in the story, but you wake up uh, in the very first battle that you fight, the prologue battle of his campaign. You fight a giant crocodile, and then if you defeat the giant crocodile, you're walking around, and you see this dude holding aloft a giant ball of sleeping people, and you instinctively feel very safe. So you're like, yes, I'm gonna go and hang out by that guy because I feel safe there. So these people are all asleep. They're all snoring and dreaming, and the campaign itself is called The People of the Dream Keeper. So I haven't yet progressed far enough in the story to know why or what's happening, but my guess is he's going to try and eat us. Because it's Kingdom Death and everyone tries to eat us. Just what happens. Yeah, exactly, mate. You and I know all about that, eh? That is the front there. Let me turn up the. So here's the guy holding aloft the ball. Giant ball of people. It's a cool model. It's a cool model, that's for sure. I was not expecting it to be an easy paint job, but it has definitely exceeded my expectations for just how much time it's going to take. But it'll be worth it. Mate, this is not even a half of Kingdom Death. Some of the shit that, like, if you go and read some of the updates about some of the new stuff that's coming out, this guy's description of the lore of the world and why the monsters and what they do and all this sort of shit, mate, it is wild. The guy is mad as a cut snake. It is starting to look pretty good though. It's extremely hard to get this to look good on camera because of the variety of issues of lighting and so forth. Oh, we're getting there. I'm going to leave it there, friends. I'm going to head off. I'm back tomorrow painting with Bucks for Party Monday. No doubt I'll be continuing my paint job of the Gambler. And the last model after that is this guy, the God Hand. And that's it. That's my Kingdom Death chest completed. Is exciting. Cool. Just a little dude, one little dude. He'll get knocked over in a heartbeat. Depending on how bored I am with this, I might start painting him actually. We'll see. You're all wonderful people. Talk to you all again tomorrow. Big Dino out.